Gary, a late 2-1 win over #United this afternoon. What's your assessment of that one?
Tough game, extremely tough game. Hashtag on the back of 3 defeats or 4 defeats if you include their cup game, and they left it all out there. I thought they made it extremely difficult for us. We've had to rely on our goalkeeper on a couple of occasions. A last ditch block from Jay, one bounced off the crossbar when we should have defended it better in the first half. Another deflection that landed on top of the crossbar in the second half. But I do feel we had our moments as well, and we had our good passages of play, and we had a couple of great chances I felt in the latter stages of the first half that we should have done better with. But I thought the response to a little bit of criticism, I just felt we were okay in the first half. I felt there was still more to come from us. So, I thought we were a little bit easy-osy, and we needed a little bit more urgency and tempo and intensity. And I thought for the first 15 minutes of the second half, we really took the game to them. And then you obviously, you want your substitutes to have an impact, and they definitely did. And I think. I'm sure Jay will be disappointed that he's got no points, but I'm overly pleased because take yourself back a couple of weeks ago, we felt really despondent on giving 2 points up at Chatham late on. We've had the reverse of that today, so we're on the right side of that. And I'm really pleased for certain individuals, but I'm also pleased for the team because they've put a lot in to the last 3 games and have wanted more. So. Today is a fitting reward for what they've put into the last 3 games going into today.
The first half saw the visitors have most of the chances, which led to Sam Higgins' opener. Do you think playing on Saturday had an effect on the first half showing? No, not at all, because we made the right amount of changes. If you think the only area of the pitch that we didn't freshen up was the goalkeeper. We changed 2 fullbacks, we changed 1 of the midfielders, and we changed the front end of the pitch. We also freshened up the bench. There was a couple left out today that was unfortunate, but no, I don't think it did. I think we've just got to be better, and we've got to make sure that we impose our game on the opponents a little sooner. I felt we allowed them to press and play with energy, and we've got to identify when they've got a high press with energy, and maybe change our play a little and go a little forward a little earlier, and that's what we spoke of at half time. We moved Frank a little higher with a little adjustment, and I felt that had the desired effect. But no, I wouldn't put it down to Saturday because it's the same for both teams, Jack. That makes it 4 points from 2 games from the bank holiday weekend. Would you say that's a fair reflection on how we performed?
Well, I watched the game back Saturday, and I felt I was pretty honest on reflection immediately after the game, but watching the game back, I felt we deserved 3 points Saturday as well. We had our moments. I felt we controlled the first half, and we had really good moments in the second half that we just never played out well enough. But we'll respect the 4 points. I said I'll respect the point on Saturday, but to gain 3 today makes the point a little more valuable. But we went into this weekend, if you read my programme notes, very much looking for 6 points. So we were a couple of points shy, but we'll take the win today and move on to the FA Cup.
And does that feel like a deserved goal for Kane Keller after a handful of positive performances so far this season, particularly in pre-season?
I'm really pleased for him, Jack. I really am. I just said that in the change room. I finished with that in my post-match briefing. He's had to be patient. He's not been in the last couple of squads, which is been a little harsh on him because he's trained brilliantly. His attitude's been excellent. I thought he was a real bright, spark in pre-season. There was a lot of good in what he'd done in pre-season. He got goals, he got assists, and he looked sharp. But it's just the quality and depth we've got in the group that he's had to be patient. But I always say every moment you're on the grass, or plastic as they say, and every moment you're in training and every situation that arises, it's an opportunity. And whatever that opportunity is, you've got to grasp it. And he's done that today. If you watch that goal back, the 30 or 40 yard burst to get on the outside to join the attack showed a real desire and real intent, and I'm pleased he got the finish on the end of it.
Is it now just about resting up following 2 games in 3 days, with attentions now turning to our Emirates FA Cup campaign?
Yeah, we've got a couple of niggles on the back of the Saturday, Monday games. I mean, Tommy's picked up a niggle in his groin, and there's a heel problem with Montel as well. But we got Terrell back available this week. Aaron Pollock is available. Obviously Moses is available as well. So yes, it's about resting, recharging. There's a few players that have played back-to-back minutes and maximum minutes. So yeah, they'll be eased into Thursday's session. It will be a lighter session, but a session that we prepare and get ready for a tough FA Cup game. I think there was a lot easier games to be had, and we get opponents out of our division that makes it quite tough. But we'll be ready and we'll be prepared, and we'll be looking to progress in a competition that means an awful lot to me.